This is my canvas. I'm a big owl today. Alright, this is my canvas. I'm a painted owl. It's what they do to there is no right or wrong, only a song. I like to write alone, be in my zone. Think back to Brazil, your perfect home. But the only thing like home I've ever known until they snatched it from my mama and foreclosed her on the loan. I'm so sorry that I left you there to deal with that alone. I was up in the city chasing ladies, getting gone. Had no clue what you was going through. How could you be so strong? And how could I be so selfish? I know I could be so selfish. I can tell by how I treat you with my girl. And she's so selfish when she put up with my way because she love me like you do. And don't get no always show I love her just like I love you. And I need to treat you better. Wish you can live forever. Should we just spend more time together? Like, I keep my head high. I got my wings carrying me. I don't know freedom. I hold my dreams rest from me. I keep my faith strong. I ask the Lord to follow me. I am unfaithful. I don't know why you call on me. Hey, 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 verily, you believe in me, you believe in me. Hey, 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 verily, you believe in me. I thank you for it. Alright, another day, another time. Another day, another time zone. Today I woke up in a home, so a songwriter got me playing on my trombone. Keep up, never sure where the words take me. Keep them up where the words take me. Trump back with my son and lazy, give a verse in the earth. Pray for me, please. Best friends freaking me, pray for enemies. My watch can't get they wait for one of these. I see, this ain't no Rolex, it's the APP. I'm hot, y'all, catch up to me. Good, aim for the sun and I shouldn't have missed, but I was riding on fumes, so I stopped on the moon. Now I'm sitting on a hill, like thanks for the view. Waiting on thanks for you, cause without me you wouldn't exist. You know that you get the blueprint, don't forget. Colors and photos, 0% going up, then showing up. Spreading up, they're going up, I'm taking off like one when they're born you. Like 20 times to these. I keep my head high. I got my things carried.
Don't let all of your blood, sweat, and tears be a lot of wasted years. Don't you dare give up until your dreams come to pass. You will get the last laugh. All the people who doubted you and told you you would never make it through will be the ones inspired by you. Just continue to use the gifts that God gave you. This journey was meant just for you because the spirit of a warrior lives in you. I titled this poem Spirit of a Warrior with Nelson Mandela in mind. He went through 27 years in jail. It didn't make him give up on himself. He said that during solitary, he often felt that there was no end and no beginning. Only his mind that can play tricks at times. But still, his determination and wit clearly diminished. His mom died. His son died. He spent weeks in a hole of darkness, seeing no sunrise over that time. But still, he continued to shine. He didn't allow the oppressor to suppress his mind. And just like him, we're warriors, super beings. Don't allow your power within to be wasted in this life of sin. In the end, you will win. Your legacy will be embraced from therein. Your hard work, creations, inventions will be examples to all that what seems impossible can be reality after all. Just know that when each fall, you have power to overcome them all, just to continue to stand tall. With the spirit of a warrior, you will soar like an eagle above them all. And Raina had the spirit of a warrior. Thank you.
I hope that my success never alters our relationship. Yeah, this life is something I would die for. October's on, but it's looking like July 4. I just wish they let you try it first. This time I'm really going off. Fireworks. I miss them before. Don't miss them again. I keep having.
So what if, you know, like what if? What if your last day on earth were today? Just yesterday, Daddy and Squirt would play. Today, it's your 8th birthday, and then in a flash, it's a long black shirt with a tassel in your face in a packed stadium, people clapping congratulations at your graduation, like, hey, man, glad you made it. A couple days pass, your mom's in the back, exacerbated, yelling, grab your bags, your daddy's waiting. We gotta drive your ass up the state before the class is taken. And if you pass the classes, and that hot little piece of ass that you've been dating, or stand in front of the pastor and he's asking if you take them to be your lawfully wedded, but you never make it. You see pallbearers are sweating on a hot day as they carry and lay you in your final resting place. You see nobody knows their destination. From gestation to just waiting to die, when procrastination, like I'll just do it later, becomes a blatant lie. So do me a favor, and before you say your goodbyes, take you a knife, carve you a place in this life. It's best to shake them twice. Don't leave it up to one roll of the dice. What do these kids say? YOLO, right? And I hope y'all was listening, because I ain't got time to say it twice.
For those that were with us during our last podcast recording, y'all know why I'm going to grip the mic like this. Broken, having been fractured or damaged, and no longer in one piece of working order. Crayon, a pencil or stick, colored chalk or wax, used for drawing. Pushing past being broken and still coloring the most beautiful pieces of work. She gave life to whatever room she came in with her smile. I guess the flower in her hair represented birth. Birth of joy and birth of laughter. Her voice very soft and proper, but you better believe a dirty joke was coming right after.
Yes.
So fitting for her to be a part of a poetry troupe called Power Lines, because that was power in her lines every time. Her casino updates, and I'm asking what's her secret. A woman that she had something on her mind, she wasn't afraid to speak it. Those margarita cakes that she was so great at baking, a broken crayon, she was, but a masterpiece she was still making. Already missing several inbox messages, she would find just the craziest stuff. She was a broken crayon that colored more than enough. The life changer she was, the jokester, the poet, beloved by so many people, and I hope that she knows it. She loved herself some Black Renaissance clothing brand and her alma mater's John L. Florida and Alabama State. Still coloring, even broken, with so much on her plate. So I say to you, my sister, and my forever podcast mate, I'm glad we had a few talks off record before it was too late. You cut while I broke, and while you're gone too soon, I don't feel any anger, because you lived what your name was. You were, you are a life changer.
Hey man, I'm love for you. Day one. Yeah. All the homies that I ain't talking about, I'ma send it to now. Know what I mean? 'Cause I ain't mad at you. Kicking up dance, giving up on the stuff, yeah. Cause I ain't mad at you. Now we was once two niggas of the same time. Quick to holler at a hoochie with the same line. You was just a little smaller, but you still roll. Got the rest of YA and hit the hood swole. But when you had Jerry, couldn't be quite learned. On the block with your block, tripping off shirt. Collect balls to the tip, saying like a dang. Or you a whistle now, no one no game. Heard you might be coming home, just got there. Wanna go to the box, so won't chase tail. And take off my little homie, he's the same man.
Flowers can grow in the shade, though they may take longer to bloom. Cast into everlasting apathy, uninspired by the endless gloom. And they may not be the prettiest things you ever seen. They're lazy, limping leaves, yellow and green. They're dull, discolored petals, spawning from stunted, shriveled buds, who had so much potential, but were destined at birth to be duds. They're sickly, sallow stems, worn thin from crushing blight, freezing from lack of warmth, starving from lack of light. But are they not still flowers?
If Raina was here, she would say, somebody get that goose off the stage. Somebody catch that damn goose. I didn't know Raina for long, but I did know that she supported everybody. She loved everybody. She showed up to everything that she possibly could. And from her Facebook posts and even from being around her, she was always herself. She was always authentic. She'll get you together if she had to. She'll give you a hug if she had to. But she was always her, and I think that that's beautiful. I think that it's hard for people to be authentic in this world when you have so much judgment. Um, and so I'm gonna do a poem that I wrote recently for her, and then I'm gonna end it on a high note with what I think may have been one of her favorite poems because I just started, but whatever. So this poem is called Sympathetic Conversation, and it says, you give out pieces of yourself to people, but never let them see the whole picture. I've seen it. I know who you are. Fragmented shards of beautiful, smirk of sun rays, crystal glass full of empathy, love incarnate. You are 100 flavors of sensitivity, obscured mercuries, messenger of truth, word dissections and resurrections, wishing wells of acceptance, heart of preternatural pleas. You should have been cherished more. You bury yourself, but I listen to you. I felt the safest in the laughter of my granny's slick comments. I find armor under my weighted blanket, giggles suspend in space, echolocation my thoughts, interdimensional reception, spirit spills tea in exchange glances, mind over matter. I should just let you be. There is peace after calamity, the joy will return. Ancestors, trust me, that takes time. Show me how to love you. Is what you desire. Redlining, a high tax on being seen as a fool. 48 laws of seduction and sedations of dominance. Come in, it's safe. Fragility has a space to breathe. No failures, only lessons. Let yourself grieve. Cry those broken-hearted thunders. Unveil anger-streaked eyes. Have a love of lightning. Conquer that dark feminine. Afraid to see your mama cry, you give it all for her to feel some reprieve. You want to be there. Guilt pools in your lies. Joy feels estranged. You don't have to become the thing you said you'll never be. Emotionless. You should have been held more. Strong, not something for me. However, love does everything but make you weak. Strange affliction, pain digests intrinsically. Existing authentically, questioning if home is where my heart lives. And does it have a space for me? You should cry more.
It'll clear the grief and allow you to breathe. Dissolve the simulation. Disdain lingers in the breeze, peddling pieces of yourself. Keep some for you. It's time to love again. Hold on to some of that too. Brain to heart pathways. I give pieces of myself to people, but never let them see the whole picture. I know who I am. I'm just trying to come home to me. Hoping through the bullshit, I'm always all right with me. So that definitely is dedicated to Raina. And so is this next poem, Genesis. Y'all it. I knew I was the one when my lover told me he sucked the eggs up out of me. Damn, I must really be it, cause sorry. I knew I was the one when my lover told me he sucked the eggs up out of me. Damn, I must really be it, but shit. Sorry. Have a moment. Mm, mm, I'm sorry. I'm gonna come back. Give me a second. So, all y'all know Raina. Y'all know she's doing this. So I got to change it. Right, unsweet tea nasty, black licorice nasty. Okay, put raisins in your potato salad nasty. So peach candy nasty. Beet peach. Oh, the peach. Oh, yeah, she said that too. So I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta change it up because I can't be sad. My girl was too happy. Every time I saw her, she had a smile on her face. And every time I looked at my phone, I had a new post from Twitter, from Pornhub. I had the best videos from the girl. She was the blood. And I said, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do it right. That's all I'm trying to say. Look, I was in there today like, oh yeah, she had the good shit. So I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna let y'all help me. I feel like she's gonna talk to somebody in here. If you've never heard any of these poems, still feel free to vote. So should I do good girl or head shots? Good girl. Everybody say good girl. Okay. All right. Men always look at me like this sweet little innocent girl that somehow has 2 kids but never had sex before. And that's exactly what I want you to think. But when I like you, nah, baby, I mean, when I really like you, I get nasty. Niggas ain't the only ones out here sucking out souls. Fuck spitting, my slurp game is lethal. I let Bonquisha take control, and did I mention I got a fetish for seasoned men. I like broad shoulders, a gut, and even bigger hands. The kind that don't mind getting drenched, soaking wet, and still eating the pussy like turkey necks. And I'll feed you real good too, baby. I know Raymond did too. Get down on all fours and crawl to you. Do a little dance before I zip your pants. And for dessert, you having me a la mode. I'm serving up this cream pie. I hope you brought your bill because I know you stay hungry, baby. Tonight, you about to feast on this full course meal. Watching it drip down your beard, and I asked if I could have some. Slide that thing in real slow. Show my pussy just how deep you plan to go. Then tease me. Give me a third of the dick just to keep me fiending. Then I'ma climb on top, hover over the tempting. Dance for you a little bit. Let you feel my heat waves before my pussy gobble the dick. I hope you're not allergic to cream, because tonight, you taking all of this shit. Grab my ass while I keep that monster tame. Bouncing up and down on that cocoa stick, have you screaming my name. Making me bust ain't no thing, I'm trying to fuck you insane. Fuck me until my eyes leak. Fuck me until my knees get weak. Shit, you ain't even gotta, we don't even need a safe word. And you can wake my ass up when I fall asleep. But don't stop when you feel my pussy cream. Just keep pounding that shit like a vending machine. I give you all of my money, leave your ass covered in honey. Just remember, daddy, you fucking with a good girl.
I just had a joke. I just had a joke I want to tell. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because you see 2 niggas with hot sauce.
And as your sister would say, if you don't get your goddamn.
I'm in a picture, yo. My knees getting weak and my pillow might blow. But we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. But you want your action, and it's in the room of reality. We been sending you something right now.
Hello. Some of you do not know that I've been writing poetry since I was 13, and I used to perform, but I haven't in 10 years. And yeah, and everybody in here who knows has been telling me I need to get back on stage, including Raymond. She used to fuss at me all the time. So it's very interesting that I wrote this poem that I'm about to do exactly 1 year ago. And so it's only fitting that I do it. The cry of a warrior woman is loud. It's daunting. But do you know what it truly means? She yells, she grits, she roars, and you see her. Bold protector, fierce fighter. But who protects the warrior when she bleeds? When she is injured? When she feels that she cannot go on? Nobody. She does what she always does. Get up, survive, live to fight another day. Tears streaming down her face, and nobody sees the tears. They only hear her cry, because that is the answer of her call of war. Warriors get tired too. Warriors need love too, not just for admiration for their strength and endurance, but I'll keep on fighting because it's what I was bred and born to do.
Let me start by saying sorry. Some days I take your time for granted. You could be the star of my universe if I just took time to plan it. Don't let secrets anymore. Trust with you, that's why I keep it in a heart. Crazy mama, bullshit and comments keeps us apart. We should be starting to keep the promises we could be promising. You say I'm full of, open up, I'm full of. I don't want nothing in between. Nothing left except to be.
I want our love story to go down in history. Not only his story, but mine. As long as we're together, I know we'll be fine. The connection we share is rare, too unique to be described by words that haven't been created yet. This is as good as it can get. Kisses like chocolate, sweet and addicting. My heart and my mind are no longer conflicting. You were everything I was looking for when I wasn't even searching. I need you. That's for certain. I don't want anyone saying your name without uttering mine too, because there is no we without you. We're a pair. There's no us if you aren't there. You see, I wrote poems about you before I even knew you existed. You are my personal drug, and yes, I am addicted. All I want and need is more. I've been comfortable before, but never like I am with you. You are something like a dream come true. I truly believe this was meant to be. I look into your eyes, and all I see is me because you're a reflection of the one you love. This is what true happiness is made of. I'll prove my love to you in any way that I can. I am proud to say I finally got a good man. Your words spoke life into me when nothing else could. I promise to treat you better than anyone else ever would. You love me harder when my self-confidence is unacceptable. You make sure that I always feel incredible. You show me that I will always be enough. And I thought I was strong, but you taught me to be tough. Even on my worst day, you held me and you're still holding me down. I forget all my problems when you're around. You accept me for who I am and all the flaws I come with. With you, chivalry is dead is just a myth. Complete gentleman, but a beast when need be. I am so glad you found love in me. I am my best when I'm next to you. I can never thank you for all that you do. This journey has been an amazing one. This is going to be one hell of a story by the time we're done. See, every day is a new page in our book. You became a legacy when it was my heart you took. Legacy.
Oh, yeah.
You're going.
I had 1,000 things in my head that I was trying to wrap my mind around and trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to say. And first, before I get started, thank God for this man. Because I couldn't be up here by myself right now. Before we get into the poem, I just want to speak from my heart a little bit. The day that we brought Raina into the group, and she came up with her part of the say word piece, and she hit that line that she was a broken blue crayon, but damn it, I still call her. I knew at that moment, I was like, that's going to be the anchor of the say word piece going forward, period. But she was so much more than just an anchor and a piece. In a lot of ways, she was the anchor to this group, and there will never be another one like her. She always made sure we had snacks at whatever meeting that we had. And she always showed up with that smile. That was kind of like, you know, that mix between a grandma and an auntie. Yes. Flawless team. Come on. She was everybody's cheerleader and everybody's hype man. And I knew that if ain't nobody else cheer for me when I did a poem, I don't care what kind of crowd I was playing to or how diverse it was, I was going to hear Raina at certain points. And it hit me like a ton of bricks last night, especially because when I did her favorite pieces, I didn't hear the yeah, you know, stuff like that. But then I think about what she would say right now. And I can almost hear her saying, you know, the hell are you sitting around crying for? Get your ass up there and do that poem. So that's what I want to do. And again, she just was so much more than just an artist. She was a beautiful soul, and I have no doubt that she is up there with her M'Baku, finally. You know, that's exactly what she wanted. I have no doubt she up there dancing, swinging out, and everything else. So, in tribute to her, is where this poem is coming from.
Before we get started, a couple of things. I remember we were at the Bill Street Bottle Club, Fort Walton. She was there working, and she texted me because Raina was more than a poetry troupe member to me. She was my sister. She was my friend. Masonically, Eastern Star. We were close. And she was there working, and I knew that she was writing poetry, but she wouldn't never perform it. So I was like, yeah, come on out to Bill Street. We're gonna be there performing, blah, blah, blah. And she came. And so she got there, I said, did you bring your book? She said, I brought it, but why? I say, because you're gonna read that poem that you read to me over the phone. And she was like, I can't do that. I said, yes, the hell you can. You finna get your ass up there and you finna do that. And after that, she started coming to open mic. Every time I would just tell her, come to open mic, come to open mic, come to open mic, come to open mic. She would show up every single time. And it just got to the point where I was like, I really want you to step into power. And she was so nervous. And it was so refreshing to watch how she grew. She bloomed like the flowers that she liked to wear in her hair. This piece that we're about to do was one of her favorites. As y'all can hear, my voice is shot. So was already bad. It's gonna be worse. I've been on this slave ship, out here slaving, hot as pavement. We just want to be free. We just want to be free. I don't want to be torn from family, trapped in slavery, human chattel, we're branded for eternity. Branded for eternity.
A mother of three, only to have my children torn away from me. Sometimes I wish I weren't able to give birth. Tell me, what are their lives worth when they're treated no different than cattle? This battle is one they inherited, but not one they should have to fight. Being born without basic human rights, so stolen away like a thief in the night, I continue to pray that what's wrong becomes right.
My God. Dragged from the coattail, built by a vet. Ventured into uncharted territory and made to be vetted. I watched my babies dragged off of that auction block. Charred flesh under the noonday rays so the sounds of the sizzling won't stop. Auctioneers ramble off numbers ridiculously fast, all the while wondering how much longer I can last on it. I continue to march until I have no choice. These shackles get heavier as I start to lose my voice. So, shipped off to market one strong black buck, all the while massive shenanigans run amok. Fast forward thinking about our ancestors with little resources to do extraordinary things. And as long as I have my dreams, you cannot take my voice away from me,
nor my heart, my dignity, and definitely not my pride. And even though a segregated South is where we reside,
still we will rise from the plots of Africa town where our ancestors now lay. Inspiration to our city that we recognize to this day, with the likes of Hank Aaron,
C. First Johnson,
Vernon Crawford,
James Reese Europe,
James A. Franklin,
T.N. Harris,
John L. LaFleur,
Michael Donald,
Satchel Paige,
Wallace Turner,
Dr. H. Roger Williams,
A.N. Johnson,
Betty Hunter,
Dave Patton,
Edgar Hardy,
James Findlay,
Cujo Lewis, and Major General J. Gary Cooper, who became the first African American to lead infantry into combat. All of these people who showed us how proud it is to be black. You don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been.
As a community, we must understand that entrepreneurship is key because as far as I can see,
we are still on this slave ship, out here slaving, hard as pavement. We just want to be free. We just want to be free, free, free. Thank you.
Yes. Woo!
Mary J. Blige. Smile.
It's just so crazy. Feel like I'm trying to wash away. Till the sun comes and shines again. Smile for me, smile for me.
Oh, no, crazy. Like I'm trying to wash away. Till the sun shines and I see your face. Smile at me, smile at me.
It's so crazy, it's sexy and cool when we begin to love it. Watching over the heart and it makes no
I think she liked my locks. Maybe it was the beard. It could have even been my voice that caused that subtle shift in opinion. In any case, whatever it was, it looked to me as though she had something to say. And that's when her smile started talking to me. It told me that she saw everything special about me. In turn, that exponentially enhanced her beauty. My internal construction created a channel to receive her divine charms, and told me that everything that she stood for was the prize I was to keep my eyes on. That validation came fully loaded with palpitations. I found salvation in my vulnerability to be able to love without limitations. She took my hand, led the way, and gave me the blueprint for a higher focus, and showed me the difference between an intimate connection and just going through the motions. Her strength and resolve didn't compromise her femininity. In fact, she was everything other women pretended to be. Grace, style, taste, a smile under her crown's weight. She could fix her babies a plate and still be able to put clowns back in their place. Unapologetic in her glory. Her story is extraordinary. She defies explanation and reserves herself only for the worthy. Her smile speaks a mighty word that only a few men can hear it. Great men can feel it when she impresses upon our spirit. Her smile is the most beautiful curve on her body. Her smile is so beautiful that a man can't stand to see her without it. Her smile produces a feeling so exotic that we don't know what to call it. A lot of things may slip my mind, but her smile will never be forgotten. Her smile. Her smile invited me over to speak, told me to introduce myself. It made me strong, but still feel so weak. Her smile did a number on me, and it also brought me peace. As it told me right there by her side was just where I was supposed to be.
I figured it was about time my mom was on up there. Y'all doing all right? Good as possible, huh? Look, I've been thinking about that the whole time I've been sitting over here, man. Cause being right there, we clown that night, boy. That was. We clown that night. I came in here. I think it was like a Halloween show. And I was this blind man. I had on like an orange shirt with like a tan coat and mixed neck shoes, and like I said, we had a great time that night, man. I get tired of like doing my same old poems, so I more so just came up here to say, um, I've been thinking about Ray Dove and since she transitioned and everything, uh, and how she was Ray Dove, the life changer, and me and Raina probably barely talked outside of poetry being used and things like that. We clown on Facebook all the time. You scrolling and it be certain shit that you see that you already know who posted it before you. That was Raina. So I used to see stuff like that, comment back and forth, and we used to have a good time. But when I think about her being Ray Dove, the life changer, like previous testimonies, anytime somebody had something going on, if she could be there, she was gonna be there. If she could make noise, she was gonna make noise. She was gonna be one of the loudest people in the stand in the audience every time. And to be a life changer, you ain't gotta be like a firefighter or a doctor or police officer. You ain't gotta have no kind of special profession. But y'all know, most of y'all that know me know about Halo City, and we started Equinox back this spring. Before I could put the flyer out good, Ray Dub posted, sent me a cash up for a ticket. I mean, like it wasn't even a thought for her. And when you building what we're building with Halo City, and you know, it's something that was new. We weren't sure how it was gonna go. We were just kind of like, let's just try something. And I don't know if she knew it or not, but for her to purchase a ticket as fast as she did, that was a life-changing moment because at that point, it's like, you start to lead, you can do something like you see somebody watching, especially somebody like Ray Dub, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna get up here and beast on this mic to know that somebody like that, see what you doing and support you, hell yeah, that's life changing. Same thing with the second show we had. We did a giveaway. Only one person, only one person entered the competition to win the free ticket that we was giving away. And I ain't got to say who it was, man. Ray Dub. She knew that she could share. And when I talked to her, I was like, congratulations, Ray Dub. You was the only one that did it. She was like, I know, but I'm gonna make sure I'm sharing the shit out of this flyer so y'all can get some folks up in there. And she did just that, man. So, you know, I'm just gonna say long live Ray Dub, the life changer. I know a lot of y'all knew her better than I did, and I just want y'all to know that, you know, y'all need a hug, we need to talk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because I understand. I can feel what y'all going through, and I know that if y'all had half the love that I have for Ray Dub, or have for Ray Dub, she ain't never had to ask y'all for nothing. And this is the same thing with me. If Ray Dub needed, I got you. If I can help out, I got you, just without question. And to see how people from different, you know, organizations or whatever the case may be, here gathered for her benefit, is only a testimony. And I just feel like us being here and showing her the love and giving her flowers the way we have, I know she would appreciate it. You know, I wish I had gotten to know her more. I didn't, but what I know about her was plenty. She was life changing, like point blank period. So I'm gonna do my poem upside down. It was something that she always liked, man. Ray Love said she wanted to hear it. Damn it, Ray Love, I'm gonna do it. I'm tired of doing it. No, I'm tired of doing it, Ray Love. No. But I'm gonna do it for you. She makes me want to write love songs. Voice pictures of our harmony, vibrate too high for FM frequencies, our souls dance as we make music. Her voice, pitch perfect, her heartbeat, the metronome measuring the melody of her spirit, her walk, an interlude to her beauty, proving that it's not only skin deep, rather it runs through her veins and guides her feet, flows through her throat with every harmony she speaks, her temptations, place me on cloud nine as my imagination starts to run away with me, she is my high. Like sopranos with no scales to measure her notes, no do, re, mi, fa, so, and I found discipline sealed in the lyrics of a song she doesn't even know she wrote. By simply existing, she made us better, so we rise like crescendos, and I don't think she knows. Y'all see how shit just be taking turns? Them ain't even words. You know this view right though. You know this view.
Sound good.
That's how I know it wasn't me, right? See, thank you. What's after that? I don't think she knows that every time I kiss her, I hold on a little longer, hoping the graciousness of her lips will rub off on mine, so that I may sing songs as beautiful as her smile. I don't think she knows that every time I hold her, she removes the breath from my lungs, but I've been longing to hold such a pretty note for so long. I don't think she knows that the pleasure is purely mine, the shot inspired nights. Silk like skin, baby, please, give me some more. We get deep like baritones, touching her ribs like xylophones, listening to her moan in just the right key. And even when she snores in her sleep, my baby's baseline assures me that she is resting peacefully. Yes, she makes me want to write love songs. Take it to the stage for the world to see. If I could capture essence of one album, it would go platinum this first week. Sell out shows without bottoms left in the seat. They'll all be on their feet. Yes, she's got that standing ovation type love. Exes after encores, and I don't even blame them type love. Beat the sign, keep your mind stable type love. That That famous song on Saturday mornings, you start your day type love. My heart like a guitar in her grip. Her cadence dances around my head by way of her fingertips. She is my peace. Like the space between my index and middle fingers occupying that web like swishes sweets, I inhale her. And she inspires me. We get lifted, confusing hi-hats with time ticking, wondering how her silence could produce decibels capable of damaging my hearing, so deafened by her presence that when she spoke, I didn't hear her. I was left relying on watching her lips move, wondering when I learned to read music, my soul child, so beautiful. My love, so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. So I try to write love songs for my escape to the softest place on earth. Fortunate to know this woman's worth, and I don't want to go without her. I don't want to be without her, and we still like time when trapped in her eyes locked. The fire we make burns hot, she's so amazing. And if my vocal cords would harmonize with our harmony, we produce praise songs sang by those who believe black woman is God. Make the religious reanalyze, the critics can't even criticize, they feel the vibes. The key is the B major. We shoot Cupid's arrow through the hearts of entire stadiums when it comes to love songs. Not only does she make me want to create them, but thank the creator for he's already blessed me with one of my favorites. I just had to learn how to listen. And now that everything is everything, I was able to find my Lauryn Hill in this world full of Beyonce. See, she makes nothing even matter. This love is not dangerous. No need for a halo to prove she is my angel. Her pretty wings are spread, so I must be fly. And should there ever come a time that we kiss and say goodbye, I keep my head high, wiping every Manhattan's tears from my eyes. Thankful for your listening pleasure. Gathering my steps to remind you just how far we've come, and sing you 5 reasons why I'm willing to start back at 1 and we'll crawl. Like the images I have of our future infants, and we'll walk down the aisle looking over the groom until we're strong enough to jump, and then we'll fly through the sounds of doves crying. And that's just the way I feel. So I guess she makes me want to write a little poem. Thank y'all. I know we still got, a little bit going on, but I just want to make sure y'all know, please be careful on your way home. There's a lot of crazy people out here. There was this guy was throwing, he had like a chain and a brick, and he was throwing it, hitting people's windows. And like, it got to the point where like one of the bricks got stuck in the window of this 18-wheeler, and it dragged him down the street and pretty much tore his whole left side off. But he all right.
Right. I just want to take a moment and give a shout out to Sabrina and Maya of Mobile Blend, for allowing us to do this here, because they also love Joyner in a whole different way. And so, y'all give it up to them. And make sure that you support. And if you wanted to, I don't know, donate anything, you can go to Cash App, and the cash tag is MacMac09, and that'll go directly to Malcolm, MAC09. That'll go directly to Malcolm if you wanted to put anything for our girl or whatever. And I wanted to say, so they talked about Bill Street. That's my neck of the woods. And ever since that show that they were talking about, there wasn't a time that I would look out there. I'm home, my mule, y'all. I'm gonna try my damnedest. There wasn't a time that I would look out there and not see my baby's face or hear her laugh, even in certain poems. There were certain times that you knew there were certain reactions that were going to come out and you expected them. And I think that's exactly what happened to my girl over here earlier, because in Genesis, that's her favorite line. And so she go, she gonna yell out when she hears her shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult for me to stand up here and do poems or perform. Last night was the first time I had to perform, and it shook me because my girl
was not there for 10 years, I have been able to look out and see my baby and hug my baby and rub on her ass because that was our shit. That was how we were, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me if I do a poem, you know what I'm saying? And I start crying, just let me get through it because we can't control the way grief happens. One time I'm fine. The next moment I'm boo-hooing. The next moment I'm laughing and crying at the same time, and that's okay because I'm doing all of that for my girl, and she deserves every tear, every laugh, every memory, every thought, every hand clap, every word, every poem. So I'm gonna do that for her. So if y'all think I'm a little psycho, they a little off. Damn right I am because my baby's not here no more. You know what I mean? This is a decade of love, of me authentically. Every time I saw her, I told her I loved her. She told me that she loved me. We hugged. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Are you sure? Well, I'm not doing so okay this time. Tell me about it. Come use my ears. Ladies, come on. Lay on these bosoms. That was her favorite place, by the way. If y'all thought it was somewhere else, sorry. This was her favorite place. Lay her head and tell her problems and get that shit out and be able to rise above it. So such a pleasure it was for us to be able to do that recording because it had been so long since 2020 had gotten together. We was talking shit to each other, we in the chat, but it's nothing like us being able to be in the same building together. And we have it documented. Some of our fondest memories are in that weekend, but we have so many other ones that we can compare it to. But that weekend was different. And my baby got to say everything she needed to say. She got to express every feeling. And I feel honored and privileged to have been able to stop and take a moment and let her speak and say everything that she needed to say and get everything out of her soul that she needed to. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with telling her I love you every time. I'm okay with filling her up every time because that's the way that we love each other. And I am so very sad that I can no longer do that in the physical. But I promise, every time I write, every time I color, every time I spit on the mic, my girl is going to be there along with my test. So I was not coming up here to do a poem. I literally came up here to shout out Mobile Players and to tell y'all to donate to Malcolm. But y'all, one time for my girl. It's popcorn style. The open mic is popcorn style. I meant to say that to you. We will and take it. Come on. Come on, Tay.
If you knew Rado, you should consider yourself one of the most blessed people walking the face of this earth. She was more than just my poetry troupe. There are so many things that I am going to miss about my sister. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do this without her. She always told me, Delonte, it's okay to show emotion. I never thought I'd have to show it like this. You have to understand that for somebody like me, when you find genuine people that love you for you, it's not something that you want to take for granted. And I can say that she genuinely loved me just because I'm Delonte. It didn't matter what time of the day or the night. If I picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Ray, I need to talk to you," she would say, "Okay, let's talk." I wasn't ready to stop loving her. I just simply wasn't. So if y'all see me out somewhere and I look down, it's because I am. Just come give me a hug, because I'm going to need it.
You know, I'm short as fuck. Too many of y'all laughing. I don't like that shit. Cause I peep how many of y'all.
We saw you moving, though.
Yeah. Y'all need to have me in my tippy toes and shit. I'm gonna get up here and tell the truth, cuz. Right on my nigga. We can sit here and cry all day, cause I know I did when I got here, my nigga. I was fucked. But Raina's here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
So, as much as I miss my dog, I still hear her laugh, y'all. That loud ass laugh, bro. And it was more like a declaration. Like, bro, it was just so hearty and genuine, and it made my day, bro. No matter how corny my joke was, or what kind of meme I sent, she always made me feel like, oh, that would be y'all. I really came up here to tell y'all how I met Randall. Because before I even knew Malcolm, I actually knew Randall. I had just started by, oh, by the way, fuck, I'm Sir. The 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. There y'all go. I appreciate that shit. I was just getting the podcast up and rolling. I was just trying to get people to come and talk, and people come and talk, and just everybody kept flaking. And then a former acquaintance was like, "Yo, I know this one girl. I mean, Raina, she come up here and talk that shit all day." I'm like, "Well, shit. Tell her to pull up, goddamn." And we hugged, and bro, I don't know if you were ever blessed to experience a Raina hug, but it was exactly what I needed at that moment in time. And I feel like, Kay, you have this line in one of your poems that's like, "Have you ever met God?" And I don't care what you were going through, but that hug you got from her assured you that you were going to be okay. Those hugs got me through depression, anxiety, uncertainty, fuck ups, all of it. And I'll say this, I was blessed to be part of her her mailing club.
So if you got an inbox on IG, don't open it at work. And every Tuesday, I don't know if you ever heard of this certain holiday that occurs on Tuesday, but in the North America, they call it Titty Tuesday. So every Tuesday, she would send me another lady with just gorgeous breasts. And I appreciate it, Ray, for that, because I don't know if y'all, but Tuesday come after Mondays, and Mondays are ghetto at work. So to know that it may be Monday, but damn it, tomorrow Raina gonna send me some titties. I'm gonna be all right. So that was my dog. And to get serious before I get off here, I was gonna do a poem, but y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna need a minute before I can do it. Cause I got the interview Raina in her home. And we were just sitting there shooting shit. If I ever got the interview you, you know I never just go right to the interview. We literally sit and have a conversation first. And we were just shooting the shit, and I was like, Ray, I got this poem I want to do. It's about me being a nerd, but I don't know if I want to do it because niggas ain't gonna get it. She was like, fuck them. You don't get it? Write that shit and spit your shit. That is you. You are a nerd, do you. And I was like, whoa, okay, yes ma'am. And that was the first time, coincidentally, I ever heard the word effervescent. I was like, God damn, that's a big word, man. How many syllables is in that? But we sat there and we talked and talked and talked. And after a while, I forgot I was on camera with her and had to wrap it up. And I went back, and after I got the news, I went back and watched it. I couldn't get through it. I just could not, because my favorite times, as much of a blessing they are documented with her. She's my co-host of the 2020 podcast. She was just live the other day talking about Mobile trash ass water. She was. And I'm just sitting here laughing. I'm like, oh, there goes my girl doing the thing, man. And a couple of weeks ago, I had planned this family retreat. I was like, all right, 2020, we got the Airbnb, pull up. We just gonna do a full weekend of just recording. We just gonna get up here, talk our shit, and enjoy ourselves. Y'all, I swear. I wish y'all could have been there, but I'm glad y'all wasn't. Because some of the shit we talk, we would get canceled. But Raina got, like Kay said, she got to speak her truth and just what had been on her heart, and to be present in that moment and to give to her what she had given to me for all these many years, yo. We are not perfect. Sometimes we stumble, sometimes we fall. But when you sow seeds in people like y'all, and to have the privilege to be present, to give that shit back, I'm not sad. Let me make that absolutely clear. I'm not mad at God. I'm not sad at all. Because I got to say everything I needed to say to Ray that weekend. And that shit is on film. That shit is on audio. I have it. And Malcolm, I'm going to give it to you, bro. So I know you'll have something that is filled with love. And you can hear that whenever you need, bro. Because she even brought up that one weekend you guys were looking for this video of your mother and how y'all were raising hell trying to find it. And I'm just thankful that I have something I can give to you for you to keep on. So right up, I love you. I'm gonna see you soon, my nigga, because I ain't going to hell. I'm gonna see you soon, my girl. And I'm gonna keep on passing titties on Tuesday. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, come on. Hello, everybody. We drove from Birmingham, Alabama to pay our respects to our sister. She was amazing. A lot of people were saying a lot of the same things, which means that she was a consistent person. The first time, and this is like an inside joke, but I think I'm gonna tell it anyway. So, my husband and I own the Majesty Lounge in Birmingham, and the first time she came, I made a joke with her because she and I are OES sisters, and I said, Raina, if God gave me as much ass as you have, I have a big ego. And she said, this shit ain't for the weak. I said, well, okay then. I guess the Lord trying to keep me humble. So she was an awesome person. She and I talked about a lot of stuff privately, and I was asking my husband, like, what form we gonna do? So the first time she told me that she saw my husband and I is when we do this collab where I sing. Yes. So that's what we're gonna do. If you are worried about where I've been, who I saw, or what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me.
I can still look into her eyes. But no matter how hard I tried with all my might to harvest from the grind, shedding blood, sweat, and tears so that we can both shine. Yet transferred on my mind about the woman that's mine, wondering if she leave me for a better guy who got more money in the bank, who was for her whenever since the paper I had consisted of love letters, riddled with I love yous and things will get better. Money don't buy happiness, but shit. I can still use some cheddar. Okay. Pushing these books in cities like soft weight, bag dating for I bleed on the page. I vow to give my all on stage and pray for even better days. Her smile carried the sun's rays, but her silence was like the ice age.
If you are worried about where I've been, who I saw, or what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me.
Calls, pleading, the voicemails are just so restless. We ain't heard a call back, I'm just so helpless. Weapons of mass destruction can't even remember my heart drop. Coughing on 8 blocks, but my determination won't stop. Ground together, shine together, that was the promise. But my mind kept telling me that she was not honest, but she told me that she's my girl. And that together, we rule the world. Writing the lyrics of Nas and Lauryn Hill is true, authentic, God-given love. If you are worried about where I've been, who I saw, or what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me.
just stand and smile. In the early summer, I came and see myself in life's no fun. I gotta be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I gotta be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be just be your friend. I wanna be your friend, not now and then, but until then, I just wanna go away.
Um, I actually met Raina via Jeremy doing the 20 podcast. So that's my first time meeting Raina, and she was just real sweet, she was real energetic, and she was cracking inappropriate jokes then. I was like, dang, I just not met her, but I remember one thing I went through. I was doing a water fast for about like 7 days. I actually did like 1.5 days, and I went to a sushi restaurant, and I ended up passing out at the restaurant because I did the water fast all wrong. And when I got out the hospital, Raina sent me a text. She said, dude, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. She said, don't you ever scare us like that anymore? And I said, I promise you I won't. And then like 2 minutes later, she sent me some Pornhub videos. I like, thanks, Raina. But I'm gonna do this poem, then I gotta get out of here. But this one poem I did, and she used to always inbox me. It was so awesome, and we always say, "What's going on, Mr. Krispy Kreme?" So don't start having. So I'm gonna read this one. I'll be out y'all way. What's up, Raina? This last time I'm gonna do it, and this underhand grip is for you, Raina. My dick game made her weak in the knees, like I was SWB. Then I went downtown and made it rain. Shout out to SWB. You see, TLC had it all wrong. They were saying, so I creep, yeah, I just keep it on the down low. But I say, I'm a freak, yeah, I love to lick her down low. Her body got me feeling like Joe because I was ready to do all the things her man won't do. Eating that pussy from the back, from the side, shit, I can eat the groceries too. Oh, don't get it twisted. I can be like Tyrese, we can do some straight fucking. She nasty too, telling me, take it out, King, and she got straight to sucking. Keeping my beard glazed like I was a donut at Krispy Kreme. And she began rocking that shit like a pro. Got me feeling like the dream. Anytime in the place, I lick her up and down till she say stop. But usually by that time, my beard was wet like a mop. But that's fine with me. I want to go outside in the rain. Doing doggy style, watching her booty going up and down, got me singing like T-Pain. With her legs in the air, kissing on her thighs, as they so sweet, feeling like Tupac, cause all eyes on me. I may take it slow, or I may go hard and fast. Either way, I'm sure to get you wet. No minute man in this frame, I make it last forever. The light skin keeps wet.
Spaghetti. Not prepared. she got here. I knew Raina's mom. I grew up around the corner from Raina's whole family. And I used to tease Raina all the time. I say, damn, if you don't sound like Dodo. And she would fall out laughing. Dodo is their mother, Malcolm, and Raina's mom. And I love Dodo to death. It was 11 of them. Raina's mom. I made number 12 because I never go home. And we laugh to this day because my folks would have to call around and say, Elsa, she said, I know Juanita, I'm going to send her on home. Hell, I had my seat on the floor. I had my bowl and my french fries. I had my turn. So when Raina came along, Dodo brought her around there for my mom to see. Me and Raina were still me and Raina. Then Malcolm showed up. She said, you know, I got a little brother now. I said, yeah, I'm Malcolm. Yeah, I don't know where he came from. But you know, last time I saw Raina, we were at the Juneteenth thing at the counter bed. I always get my hugs. Wherever you see Raina, she always got a smile and a hug. And it hurt my heart when I got a message she was gone. But you know what? The more I look at it, the more I smile. Because that's what she always did to each and every one of us. So with that being said, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to cry. But it'd be tears of joy because she brought joy to my heart. You know, I think about wanting to be a poet, have my own sayings, do what I want to do. But I can say Raina strutted. She would always say, you got them hips and them thighs. I said, well, old lady, I'm going to work them still. But, you know, I'm going to miss my girl. And I always used to say, back in the day, we all wore our flowers in the hair. I said, but that was Raina's, that was her signature. That flower in her hair, that smile. And she said, I got them hips, you got them. I was like, girl, you got more than hips, but it's yours. I'm going to maintain mine. But you know what? With all this being said, it's always good to see, and you guys did a wonderful job because you gave her flowers while she could still see them, smell them, and hug them. And right now, she's looking down on each and every one of us, smiling, laughing, and say, oh, I can't believe she up there really talking. She called me that day that bus said I was walking out the door. He wanted to crack on an old lady going out the door when I brought him to his knees and told him, don't ever come in nobody's club looking like you looking with your work clothes on. And then you even have no jokes. David, when an old woman walks in that door, let her keep on walking because she's going to make you weak in the knees. I'm done. Love you, Raina. For your mom. No, you did.
Something going wrong. Someone's on the phone. Real rockin' phone. Talking about how she can make you rock. Happiness when really feel good with somebody. Nothing wrong. Be in love with someone, yeah. Oh, baby, no, but I have no,
Take that man